you go.
Ah, yes!
What do you think? What do you think?
Ahoy! We're the Boomershines, a family of 4 who have moved aboard a 56-foot motor yacht to do the Great American Loop and beyond. Meet Captain Mark. I'm Admiral Cinda. This is First Mate Belle and Bosun Rex. And we can't forget the ship kiddies, Angie and JoJo. Welcome aboard as we share our travels and triumphs, trials and tribulations, tips and tricks for life aboard SeaSHINE.
Well, a hearty welcome back to episode 25. We are so glad to have you join us. In this episode, the intrepid crew of SeaSHINE departs from Belhaven, North Carolina, and continue north along with some beautiful super yachts. SeaSHINE's destination is the wonderful town of Elizabeth City, North Carolina, where they nestle in on a Freetown wall for a night and then wait out a storm that blows through quite fiercely. Let's join the fun, shall we?
Good morning. It is Thursday, and we are currently in Belhaven, North Carolina, about to make the trek up to Elizabeth City, North Carolina, to complete another section of the Great American Loop. The waters look calm. Man, we got some fog. So we may delay our departure just a little bit, but I'm going to go check the weather and see how it looks. One of my boat chores in the morning before we head out every time is to double check the charts just so I know in my mind where we're going. I also look for any bridges that we need to time the opening. Like today we've got one bridge at the Allagator River, but it opens upon request, so we don't have to like meet any set times. And then I always recheck weather, wind, current, swell size, all those things before we leave the safety of the dock and enter into the abyss. Today's big adventure is crossing the Albemarle Sound. I think I'm saying that right. Anyway, it's one of the largest unprotected waterways on the loop, so we have to have a good weather window, and supposedly this is a good weather window, so we'll see how we do. Okay, the tricky part about the Albemarle Sound is there's no wind protection on the east or the west side of the sound. So if the winds are blowing from the east or west, it can make it really yucky in there. Today the winds are blowing from the east, but there's barely any wind. So we're gonna cross our fingers and hope that the reports are correct and that we can make it across. It's a long crossing, so we'll see. This boat's coming out. Slowly but surely. I think he's just gonna back out the whole way. Like a boss. Backing that big boy up. We're getting into ship shape. Okay. Bye, Belhaven. I loved that little marina. It was super fun and communal, and then that would be a great space to anchor if you didn't want to do the marina. That looked like it's an easy, uncrowded anchorage right there. So. Charming town, supposedly an incredible restaurant, cute shops, easy dock, all things I like on a great loop stop. Fog. We got our friends feeling wild up there. We got a big boat out our stern. And you've got Bob's tracks. How are you feeling about today's crossing of Albemarle Sound?
Well, if it keeps laying down like this, I think it should be nice. Oh, no, nice is doable.
It is a keep going day. Right now it is. Okay, so last night was our first time hanging out with other loopers,
Yeah, we got invited to cocktails.
which was fantastic.
We left the kids on the boat and we went to a party.
I mean, we could see the boat. It was 40 feet away, maybe 60 feet away. It really made me realize that we're not the only ones having anxiety about this, and that it's hard. It's a challenge for everybody.
This is a monumental task. You go to the meetings and you think you're just day cruising in a boat. And I don't know if people are downplaying it. You hear stories of things that happen, but this is an adventure. Anybody thinks this is a vacation? This is not a vacation.
I marveled that the intensity of this first month has been almost as intense as the first month after you have a baby, because you're just not sleeping. Like, I didn't have a C-section, but there's the anxiety, the stress, the intensity, all sorts of newness. Everything's new.
New smells, new sounds.
New fears. And just not any sleep. And you're just doing something all the time. Yeah. But it's also had its moments of joy. So we're going to revel all that. The next couple days are going to be an adventure. I think the next couple days are going to make or break us. That's my prediction. We got to cross one of the biggest crossings of the loop, the Albemarle, I think I'm saying that right, sound. We're going to dock on a town dock at Elizabeth City, which we don't have a reservation, but they promised there'll be room, but that makes me a little anxious.
If you don't, what do you do?
I think there's anchorages. And then we're going to do the Dismal Swamp, which most people say we can do, but some naysayers have said we can't because of our size. And we may hit a log. We may hit an over low-hanging tree. And we may get eaten by a ton of bugs in the swamp. But we also may have the time of our lives. What's the best thing that could happen? So, we're going to do it. And then we're going to dump out into Norfolk, Virginia and dock at a really busy, popular marina on Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, good Lord.
Like I said, the next 4 days will make or break our loop. So,
and then after that,
we're going to go to Yorktown, and we're going to get off the boat, and we're going to go stay at Williamsburg. And we're going to have a serious family meeting as to whether or not we want this to end at summer or go for a year.
or we can't turn back around and go down because then we're headed back into
The hurricane season.
We could remain here
And sail the boat here.
We could
And then go back
Brunswick.
to school in August.
We could do a second shot at Cumberland. We'll make it up as we go on.
Okay, so we've left the big river. We're now in a kind of channel cut through. We got Maverick hot on our tail, and that is a beautiful boat. He's 60, we're 56. So the water isn't that pretty of a color right here. This is why we get a brown mustache. He's waving in there. That's pretty. Gorgeous. That water is just like poop.
It does look like sewage.
Come look at this water.
Ew!
What's it look like?
Well, look at Coke, but
It does look like Coca-Cola. It's like we're motoring through Coca-Cola.
yeah, but that kind of looks honestly really gross. What is it?
I think it's tannins from all the trees. Now, I want you, oh good, I want you to go up and help Dad and you to look at this water. Tell me what you think.
It looks like Coke.
Totally looks like Coca-Cola. Look at that guy. Hi.
Go stand on the back of the stand near the tender and get the thing spinning. Okay, so Maverick's gonna take
What thing's
I'm kind of digging the Alligator River. I need to get some work done on my computer, but all I want to do is watch this beautiful foggy scenery. Isn't it nice? Oh, I didn't clean a line. Okay, one of the interesting things we've learned is that it's not just loopers on this route through here. There's also a whole bunch of yachts, moving from the Bahamas and the Caribbean, where they spent the winter, up to Long Island, New York, that area where they spend the summer. So I don't know if you can see that bad boy looming behind us, but there's a beast of a boat behind us. How big is the one behind us, Dad? Is it on AIS?
I haven't looked. He's not on AIS.
He's a big boy. So that's what all those big boats were doing in Beaufort. And they all do this same route, except for they're not going to go through the swamp. They're going to go the Coinjock route. But yeah, I'm fine not being with all the big boys through the swamp.
We will be the big boy.
We will be the big boy. How do you think she likes boat life?
I think she loves it. Don't you love boat life?
She's like, maybe, but this is a good perch to watch the world go by. I think a tornado of some sort hit those trees. Look at them. Something did. Or maybe it was a giant yacht. Or that is a pretty boat. Ahoy! They're just having a nice relaxing morning. Cruising along. The Allagator River. That's just so cool. We got Feelin' Wild, and then that North Star. Happy Hours is there somewhere. There's our route. Mark's doing boat chores. And I'm at the helm. We're still debating the Dismal Swamp. We know we might bump the bottom. Worst case scenario is we hit, bend the prop shaft, or get a hole. Best case scenario, what's the best that can happen is we have an incredible time and we learn some history of the swamp and we see a beautiful part of our country. There's our train of boats. Fog is lifting somewhat. Ahoy, Captain! Ahoy, kitty! She's like, what are you doing out there?
Quintessential shot off the bow with our burgee, and you can't tell where the water ends and
Yeah,
the sky
you
begins.
have, I mean, that's part of the reason you want to do the loop is the Dismal Swamp. Say we know the risk. We're going to be going 3 knots.
I'm not sure we can go 3 knots.
We're going to be going as slow as this boat will
Let's
go.
see.
We're going to be going really slow, but other boats with deeper draft have done it. And
Deeper draft and taller air height.
well, and sailboats do it. Now, they have one center mast, whereas we have the 2 satellite domes. But I think we
But
can
they're
go
round.
I mean, I would rather go slow through a swamp than deal with traffic, which we're going to have to deal with later.
Prime rib eating super yacht.
We don't eat beef, so why go to Coinjock? We're leaving the Allagator River Canal. That's the canal, which cuts and straightens out the Allagator River. And here we are, getting ready for the Albemarle Sound.
Yep.
Woo! So we just did that. Go there and around. This guy's giving it the message and coming in hot. Who is that? Holy smoke, he's coming in hot. Is he gonna slow down? I hope so. So Dad is slowed down. Hopefully he will too.
Go faster.
Rex is holding on. He slowed down. Thank you.
Faster.
You want to rock? You're still gonna rock, guys. Whoa! So, we have one bridge we have to get through today. What is it?
It is a swing bridge. It's very low. What was it, a 12-foot clearance?
Alligator River Bridge, and it opens on request. So they just opened it. We couldn't get here in time, but we're just gonna chill until they're ready to open again.
He's got traffic backed up. He's got an RV, a rider truck, another RV, a semi-truck. So he's got to let them through. So I radioed him on 1-3, because that's what North Carolina radios or monitors, and told him we're hanging out ready. And he said, yeah, let me let this traffic through, and then we'll get you through, Captain.
And traffic is moving now. There they go, across the bridge.
So I'm as slow as SeaSHINE will go.
Perfect. Okay, there goes the bridge. Thank you, people, for waiting. Sorry to slow your day down, but we appreciate it. We're approaching the Sound, which is a little bit,
Albemarle Sound.
Albemarle, yeah.
It's like our 5th sound, but the biggest.
And one of the biggest, most unprotected pieces of water on the loop. But now the challenge is we got word from our buddies on the loop, Shadow, that the city wharf that we are planning to tie up to is terrible, quote unquote.
I don't know what that means.
You don't know what that means?
It's ugly, it smells bad, it's hard dock, I don't know.
I don't know, and that's what they recommended on the guidebook, so...
Can we get a definition of terrible?
I'm working on it. I don't have their actual, like, we're going through the app, so it's tricky. Anyway, but they're trying to hold a spot for us at the other spot. I don't know what that means, but we're figuring it out. We're starting, really, we're in the Sound. We're going somewhere 2 hours that way.
This is our first crossing where we can't see where we're going. And in the middle of the road, out here, as we're opening up, there's a crab bucket. So, no sitting back.
Gotta be on your game.
You're picking your nose.
How you doing?
Good, just in the middle of this huge sound and avoided like all the landmines, crab pots. Wait ho! I see you on the point. Can you smell? Well, 30 minutes. I can smell the spices, the coconuts, the trash heaps.
So these little floating buoys, crab pots, and they will mess up your propeller shaft.
See, Daddy would have to get in the water with a knife and a mask and cut it from off the propeller.
Can we at least take the crab while we're there? Okay, I was down below trying to get a little work done, which is not going so great because the internet's not so great out here. And I hear the horn honk.
Because somebody didn't take their walkie.
I forgot to take my walkie. Anyway, so I'm running up.
Well, the crab popped all around. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. We should be following the magenta line, which somebody had said last night, because that's all Bob does. So I saw a magenta line, so I started following it. Turns out it took Cinda's massive brain capacity to realize that that was a county line across the water.
He left the solid dotted line and went to the solid line and went to the little dotted line, which is the county line marker. But we're all safe. Sometimes you just need a second opinion.
Yep.
You go a little crazy up here, huh? So, yeah. And we need to be on the big magenta line. It's a big sound. And the crab pots just appear out of nowhere. And you've done an excellent job navigating across it.
I think you're in a massive body of water, and 9 to 15 feet deep with little traps all over the place.
See, they're kind of hard to see. These guys are having a blast. Jumping our wake. Look how pretty. It went from like foggy and overcast
Eerily
to beautifully smooth.
I mean, this is what I pictured the loop like. Just flat, no currents, very little waves, basically going on a lake / river.
But we've had a lot of current and a lot of wind and a lot of tide.
Yep.
And now we don't know if we have a spot to dock because they don't take reservations. City has a free wharf that you can tie up to. They say there's always room, but we have boots on the ground, some fellow loopers, and they're like, I don't know if there's room.
Like you said, they said there's.
They said there might be room at the park, but we'll have to jump a wooden fence because no one can unlock the thing. So what's our backup plan?
There are 2 anchorages. One is in the backyard of some very pretty river houses.
Isn't that nice?
One of them is tucked over in there in all those beautiful clumps of trees.
I'd take the one with the other boat though. And here's the city where we're heading to that supposedly has a wharf somewhere. Okay, our friends Shadow are here. Okay, there go our heroes. They caught our lines, they met us. Awesome sauce. Okay, how's that docking, Captain?
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Because we had,
You could have done it. I could have helped you there.
oh, but they were amazing.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're on the Elizabeth City dock. Pretty cool. Excellent. How do you like the... So, in '83, they started a tradition of welcoming boaters like us with roses and refreshments. And that nice gentleman who greeted us is continuing the tradition. Isn't that awesome? And here are our friends from last night. And a new friend. Good morning, Elizabeth City.
What?
Good morning, Dad. What a special way to wake up. Sleeping late. The smell of bacon and coffee.
Coffee.
I think we're gonna sit still today.
Okay.
It is Friday, June 27th, and we had planned to motor on to the Dismal Swamp today, but there are some severe thunderstorm warnings in the area, and so
Tornado warnings too.
we've decided to stay put right here in Elizabethtown. We have
City.
Elizabeth City, which is kind of a town, and we're gonna wait out the storms here on their dock. So we doubled up lines and fenders, and we got a museum we're gonna go to, and I'm gonna go for a stroll, and most importantly, this one's finally gonna get to fish. Free pier is great, but in order to get off, you have to jump over this fence. So you gotta be agile. I kind of love it because it's a barrier to entry, but yeah. Okay, so it doesn't look bad over there, does it? But then you look over there and you're like, oh man. That does not look good. Woo! That is one pretty sailboat. Heading through the bridge. So we have to stay still because of that.
There's the rain.
That's coming to us.
Oh, we gotta batten down the hatches. Rex's hatch is open.
Let's get Rex's hatch down. We got extra lines, extra fenders.
should I name him?
Trash can that blew up.
Uh-huh. Okay, so the lines are holding. Oh my gosh, look at this rain. Sheets of it.
Rex, look out the window.
Wow.
Mom, where's the safest place in the boat?
Your room.
My room? Really?
Whoa. That is crazy. Okay, show me how you get off the boat at this spot. Step on a pier, walk a plank, and hop off. Nice. The market is excellent. What'd you get, Val? A cake pop. Albemarle Museum. Let's go check it out. This place is huge. This is a cool museum telling about the history of the area. Rex, that would be the perfect outfit on you. Doesn't it look comfortable?
That's what we had to drink as first Americans. They brought that over on the ship because they didn't have to worry about water storage.
Yeah.
Our grain comes in here, we crush it in this big mill right. The yeast kind of pees out ethanol and it farts out CO2.
Oh!
Farting in beer. All right. It smells good. Quality seafood right there.
So the super sweet gentleman who greeted us said we had to try quality seafood. Not high on atmosphere, but apparently really good seafood. So it was perfect. It was awesome. I don't know if you got any video of it. We had a child meltdown in the middle of it. She didn't feel so good. So anyway, but we got crab cakes, shrimp, no oysters. But it's gonna be delicious. We're gonna have a picnic on the bow. Okay, in honor of all the crab traps, we had to get some crab. All this for less than a Chick-fil-A meal. Love it.
He'll eat shrimp. One coming at you. Do it. Alright. There you go.
Where is JoJo in all this? Oh, there she is. Here's the best part. 1, 2, tortured souls. What do you think? What do you think? And where's the other one? Oh, what do you think?
I'll get you more.
Well, maybe it's best the ship kitties didn't get off board and mingle with the locals, eh? In the next episode, the crew of SeaSHINE are faced with making a final decision of whether or not to transit the Dismal Swamp, which was a definite bucket list loop item for Captain Mark. Will they be a bit too large for the narrow and shallow swamp? Tune in to the next episode to find out. Until then, shine on!